Beautiful people, so in today's video you can notice that I have a different background. So if you wanted to know more about that, you can go watch the last video that I uploaded. But I have a full face of Tarte here. I've been collecting Tarte products for a little while, and I actually really love their company. Very cruelty free. A lot of their stuff is vegan, so that's really great in my consideration. But as I was going around collecting the things that I'm going to use today, I noticed I don't have any brow products from them, which is quite interesting. But I do know that they're not like super like into their brows like Benefit or Urban Decay is now, so I'm not super sure. Alright, so let's just jump in. I'm going to start with the Tarte Ready Set Radiant Skin Mist. Now I use this as a setting spray and like, you know, as a primer, but I will use this. It smells really good like cucumbers. So I'm going to put that here and just leave that here on my glasses behind there. Who cares? I am using the Flower Beauty sponge. I don't have any, I guess I could have got a sponge from them, but I don't have any real like brushes from them. I have the Tarte Timeless Smooth Primer Base. And I'm going to take that on the back of my sponge and apply this. This is the one that Tati really likes, and I was really excited to get it because it just looks so fancy. And everything in this video is cruelty free, like I said in the beginning. If you are new to my channel, I'm a cruelty free YouTuber or makeup lover. So I'm just kind of taking this and patting this around my skin and then just kind of blurring it out. It's just this. Doesn't it just look so fancy? Like a really fancy cream. So for foundation or for base, I'm using the Amazonian Clay BB Tinted Moisturizer. I wanted to get the Amazonian Clay liquid like foundation, but I didn't see that on their website. And I suppose I could have got the new Face Tape foundation. But when I ordered the stuff, that wasn't available yet. So we're using this, but I'm excited because summer and spring are coming up, so this will be put to good use. So I have the shade Light, and I'm just going to squirt some on the back of my sponge here. I'm going to apply just some on one side of my face, and then we'll see the difference that it makes, like the coverage of this product. But it has quite a bit of product in it. It has 50 mils, so 1.7 fluid ounces. That's actually not too bad. Now, I find that with like tinted moisturizers or BB creams, it's best if you use like a sponge or like a brush, not so much your fingers, because these products can tend to oxidize, and if you're heating them up more, the oxidization can happen a lot, like be more prominent and be more likely to happen. I have like these baby hairs. Alright, so this side has like a one thin layer of the BB cream, and I can tell that it already kind of evened a little bit of the redness out compared to over here. I think it's nice, especially a light coverage for like the summertime. Maybe I can build it up, we'll see. Let's let this side kind of set for a second. Alright, so this is definitely a light coverage, as a BB cream would be, and I actually don't mind the coverage at all. I like the way that it looks very natural. It just kind of blurs everything. I think I like it. I'm going to go ahead and try to apply a thin layer, like another layer on top, and see what happens. And we'll see what we get. I always kind of judge it because I have like this little mole or giant freckle, whatever you want to call it, and see how much that gets covered up. Alright, I'm going to take one more squirt and just kind of do the other side, and then we can definitely see how it plays through the whole rest of the video. I know foundation is a lot of people's like number one. They want to make sure that's the best, and everything else they can go a little bit cheaper on. I'm just going to go ahead and do some brows real quick. This is the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Mascara in the shade Nothing But Brunette. So I'm just going to do that, and I'll be right back. Alright, so let's talk about shadow palettes. Now I have quite a bit, and I'm kind of excited about it. So I have the Tarte Pro palette, and then I have the Pro Remix palette. This one is really, really cool. Then I have the Fairy Dust, Love Trust Fairy Dust. Then I have these two, which I'm actually thinking of playing with these two today because I haven't really had time to really mess with these, because one I ordered and then one came in a BoxyCharm. So the first one is Rainforest the Why can't I talk? What's up? The first one is Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2. And then I have the Volume 3. So I'm gonna open both of those and then we'll just play with both of them, because neither of them have any mattes in them, but there's some satins that you can kind of pull off and get away with being a matte. So we'll just play with those and set the other ones aside. So from the Volume 2, I'm gonna take this shade. It's called Conch, right here. Let's try to do it this way. So I'm gonna take Conch right here and just kind of I'm gonna run this on the whole lid because of that primer. It's not exactly an eye primer, but I thought I'd give it a try on the eyes. Kind of blinked out the lids just a bit. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna ask this. So I just zoomed in for the eye look, and I've noticed that some people just keep it same frame the whole time. What do people prefer? I prefer zoomed in because it's like, okay, I can't really see how the product's really performing. Like, you can see like the pigment from far away, but you can't really see like some of the glitters and the creams and stuff. So I feel like a little bit closer is better than just far away the whole time. So let me know how people actually feel about that. So I'm gonna go in with the next shade, and I'm gonna take the shade, let's see, what do we want to take? I think I'm gonna take Seaside, and it's just this one right here. And I'm just gonna take this on a fluffy brush, see what kind of coverage we can get with this, and place this mostly in the outer corner here. I've been trying a little bit different ways of doing my eye makeup because I have hooded eyes, and so I need to kind of figure out a way to, this color's going on a lot like redder toned, anyways, of doing my eye look. So I'm going to try to like do the whole pull it down to the eye, a lower lash line, to see what I can get with that. We shall see. Some people are really good and they can just like take the brush that they're using already, but I just feel like that doesn't work for me. This color out. I like how it's turning out, this color, but it's definitely not. So the color that I just put on is called Seaside right here. It's looking a bit red toned, so I guess it's not necessarily a bad thing, but you know. This is just the brush from the Naked Cherry palette, and I'm going to take that same shade, Seaside, and run this on the lower lash line and kind of bump it up. Alright, so I'm going to take the color Malibu from the Volume 3 palette. It's just right here. And it's a little bit dark, so I'm going to take a smaller kind of detail brush and just build that up on the outer corner, or the outer third of the eye. I'm just going to go in with a blending brush and kind of blend everything together. That matte, that shimmer and that matte shade. I guess it kind of came off a little bit more matte, that Seaside color, and I like it, so. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of lighten up the bottom lash line a little bit, and I'm going to take the color Tiki from the Volume 3 and dip my brush in here. It's just like a pencil sized brush, and I'm just kind of running this over. I'm trying to get more comfortable with stuff on my lower lash line, but it's a process, people. It's a process. Give me a minute. For my lid, I'm going to take this color. It's called Heat Wave. It's very pretty, kind of pinky toned. And just take that on a kind of flat shader brush and just place this on the center of the lid. This is gonna turn out to be really shimmery, but I think that this line is more towards summery. It's like water themed and such like that. So I'm gonna take the last one, I'm gonna take Treasure. It's like this really, looks really pearly white. And I'm gonna try to place this on the inner corner and see what we get with that. Ooh mama. Dust my brush off and then kind of pull that and the other one together. And then pull the rest of that shimmer onto the lower lash line, and then if there's anything that kind of came too low, we will cover that with concealer and such. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do for the last step is I'm going to go into the Volume 2 palette, and I'm going to take Conch and Pearl and I'm going to mix them together to create a brow bone shade. Because I like a shimmer, but I don't like a super blingy shimmer up there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using the same brush and I just kind of dusted it off of my rag that I keep down here. Alright, just go ahead and blend that through. Alright, so for my very last step, I'm going to go ahead and like kind of add a little bit more to the crease in the outer corner. I'm going to take the color Marina in the Volume 2 palette. For my liner, I have this little tiny sample of the Sex Kitten little liner. And I buy a new one when I got a sample. Why? So that is the Sex Kitten liner. I like it. It's just a basic black liner, really. Alright, so I'm going to go and curl my lashes. This is not a Tarte lash curler, but I just thought it'd be cute to use it because it's purple. But I do have the Tarte Lights Camera lashes and a full size. And I really liked all the samples that I've got, so I'm excited to try this one full size. Alright, that is the mascara. Now personally, I'm just gonna say it, I probably won't buy this again. Full size liner. I probably will not buy another full size of this mascara again, just because it just didn't like do like the most amazing lashes for me. But it's not bad, and I'll definitely finish it up. Come on, I'm not gonna return it because that's not terrible, but that's that. And I'm not going to apply anything on my lower lash line because it always transfers. So if you're wondering, that's what's happening. Let's move on to the rest of the face. So I have the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. Doop, doop. I said that weird creaseless concealer. I have a sample of the Tarte Shape Tape. And I decided not to buy a full size of the Shape Tape because I'm trying to finish this one up. And I already had samples. So I just don't know if I like it. And I mean, I already bought a full-size mascara, so I'm just going to go in with this shade Light from the Tarte Shape Tape. Chirp, chirp, chirp. These always look, they just kind of come in like this, and they would just look like a peel. Like a little concealer peel. Alright, so this just looks like foundation. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. concealer brush and just kind of dab my brush onto this a bit and see what happens. And then we'll go over it with a sponge once it's applied. It's definitely light, or light enough for brightening. Creaseless concealer I will put all over my face just because it's really, really full coverage. I guess not all over my face. So I used that much, and I have like probably about 4 more uses in this little thing. I do not know what to do with it. I have little jars I could probably put it in and store it, but before I move on, I'm just gonna go and set my under eye from the Park Avenue Princess palette, and I'm gonna take the shade Enhance just to set under my eyes. depending on how this concealer wears today, I probably may or may not buy one. We'll see. So I'm going to take the same Maracuja concealer that I was talking about, and I'm going to just get some on my brush that I used earlier. A lot of this kind of goes, a lot of this goes a long way more than the Tarte Shape Tape, but it is a really good concealer. So I'm just going to go on a little spots here that I have around my chin, and then take it around my nose, and then I'm just going to take my sponge and blend that out. It's a really full coverage concealer. And I'm going to take the same palette, and I'm going to take the same shade here, and then kind of just set the rest of my face with this. And then we'll blend the rest of it out with a bigger brush. Just setting those concealer spots. Then I'm going to take a big fluffy brush. This is just an e.l.f. powder brush. I love me some e.l.f. brushes. So I would use this for contouring, but I have other things I just kind of want to like showcase, I guess. So I have the Pro Glow to Go, and then I have the Park Avenue Princess bronzer here. So I'm just going to take this Pro Go to Glow, oh my gosh, it's hard to say, the Pro Glow to Go. And I'm going to take the color Chisel and just take that and contour just a bit, because this is a matte color. And I'm going to take a dual fiber brush and dip into the Park Avenue Princess bronzer, and then take that on the same but up higher onto the cheeks. And a little bit more on the forehead for bronzing. This is like super springy kind of look. I'm super springing into spring. Then for blush, I'm just going to use the new palette that I got in the haul that I did. And I just want to go in with the color, I'm going to just go in big. I'm going to take Pool Float. It's a really cute name. Real cute name. Ooh. It's a really peachy blush. Right, now before I do highlight, I'm going to go ahead and set my face with the, because I kind of want the highlight to be on top and like there. And just roll. Alright, for highlighter I have the Skin Twinkle lighting palette, and I haven't used this yet, surprisingly. And I'm just going to take this shade right here, the lighter one. It's called Moonlight. Wait. So this one is Sunlight right here is the one I'm going to take. And I'm just going to take it on a highlighter brush. And we will see what we get. There we go. There we go. So I have a total of 3 lip products, and one of them I'm going to put on for you, and I bought it because it was on clearance. So one of them I bought, and I got it because it was on clearance, and I really wanted to get the Tarte Reinforced with the lipsticks. I love the packaging, they look so pretty, and I got this shade, and it's like the most nudiest nude. I'm going to put it on for you, and you can tell me what you think. All criticisms are welcome. It's very concealer lips. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this color with it. This is the color High Dive, and this one was in the color Skinny Dip High Dive. And I'm going to get a brush, And I'm going to take some and just apply it, and then I'll take a brush and blend them together. We'll see what happens. This is very experimental, people. That doesn't look half bad. What do you think? I like it. And for some shine, I'm going to take this Energy Noir Lip Surgeons in the color Energy Noir, I believe. I don't think it really has a name. It's just right here. I'm going to take some on my finger. Just a little bit, or a lot of it, and apply some to my lips. For a bit of healthy shine. I really like that. I like how the lips turned out actually quite a bit. So I'm gonna go back to the foundation, and then we'll talk about a little bit of the concealer, because everything else is kind of just like so. I mean, personal preference is very much eyeshadow. I like the eyeshadow. I will definitely go back to it if I use it again. This brush needs to be cleaned. So it's gonna live back there. And so this foundation, let's just do a quick comparison of my mirror. I love the way that it looks, especially here on my forehead. I mean, I have expression lines on my forehead, and I don't care that makeup gets in there. That's just how it is with makeup, so I like that. It's kind of very natural looking, and here on like some of my spots, it's very blurred. So I would definitely use this again, and definitely in the summertime. SPF of 30, so that's like really, really great. So let's go with the Shape Tape Concealer that I tried. Like, to me, it's like, I mean, it's really high coverage, like I can say that, but I mean, I still have lines under my eyes. I just feel like those things are always going to be there. There's never going to be a concealer that's not going to settle in those lines. That's just your face moving. So personal preference, I think it looks okay, and I like it. Would I buy it? Probably in the future I would, but I'm not going to buy it anytime soon. I'm actually going to have to figure out a way how to store this little guy. We can try it with other foundations, other looks, and see what we get. Do like a full Instagram glam look with it. I feel like it's like the Instagram famous. Let's try being, I guess it's good on YouTube too, but alright guys, so that is the Tarte Full Face of Tarte Cosmetics. I was really excited to film this. I'm a huge fan of Tarte Cosmetics. It's one of those ones that I always kind of like to see what they're doing and coming out with. So if you guys did like this video, and give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. I will be meaning the world to me, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!